Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Tech Protection Tag Bankrupt once again by Fluff.
What's up, people?
And today we're going over Fluff's match against Austin. Austin couldn't join us today, but Fluff is bringing the starter deck Vegito, and Austin was playing with the Cell Max leader. And because we don't have promos, he's not really benefiting mainly from like the Cell Max full archetype that we have access to. So it's just really good red cards. So there's buttons. Let's get into it.
Yeah, this is my first event playing with Vegito. And without giving anything away in this match, I feel like Vegito is it has a lot of things going for it and it has a lot of things that hold it back. The things that it has going for it, it's one of the most consistent engines since like set 10 Go Tanks. Like, it is just so freaking consistent in what it does. Like, it is so easy to play out those one drops in Union Patara into the Vegitos. The problem is that those Vegitos are really capped in what they're able to do. Like, they just don't do a lot for the deck itself.
I mean, turn one, getting them both on the board does feel good for your turn two play, but I think they also cost one to Union Patara, don't they, on average?
I think one of them costs one to Union Patara. The other two are free.
Gotcha. Okay, which helps out a lot.
Yeah. The real risk that I was running into here is if, say, Austin plays, because I know this is red, it negs a lot. Those Goku and Vegeta are only 4,000 power, I believe. Mm-hmm. So any source of negging is going to remove them off the field. So I had to take the gamble there to put them out. I did have a backup in hand, so I could pay one energy and play it out. But because he wasn't able to remove them, I'm able to get a full setup on the field this turn. I think on this turn, I'm able to play the Mai. And I'm able to play the Z Battle card. Or the Z Extra card. Which the deck heavily relies on the Z Extra card for any type of advantage.
And I played Austin as well during this matchup. So I'm going to kind of just go over the Cell Max leader just real quick. It's your standard leader where it draws one. You can take one from your life. So it helps self-awaken in case your opponent tries to stall you out. And it does awaken on 4 life. It is a hybrid leader. But the benefit of this leader is once you've awakened, getting to play the omnidirectional beam for very cheap is nice. Which would hurt you if he plays that card.
Yeah, omnidirectional beam would tear this deck apart. I think the only card that it wouldn't affect would be the Mai, which Mai just kind of sits on the field and doesn't do much until you need her to do something. So the Mai has an effect. You tap her to search I think you place a card from your hand at the bottom of your deck. You search your deck for any 6-drop or less Vegito and add it to your hand. And then the Trunks under her can play for 1 energy. And when he's played, he plays a Goku and Vegeta from the drop area. Once you have Final Kamehameha established, going into this blue 3-drop Vegito is essentially a draw 3 for 1 energy for you. Which is probably like the best thing the deck has going for it. There's another Vegito that is double strike, but he costs 1 to play, and then he on swing has an auto where you pay an energy, he gains 10,000 power, and then at the end of the battle, he'll restand. So he's a potential 4 energy damage, or 4 damage swing for 2 energy. So this 3-drop and that other Vegito are the 2 that really shine in the deck.
Okay, that's a play.
Yeah, I was expecting him to go all out on this Vegito, and remove it from the field, swing into it, try to kill it. Which, if he kills it, it's fine. It's just a 20k single strike on my turn. It's really done what I want it to do at this point.
I will say I do feel like Austin may have done this out of order, and this is also, I think, his first time bringing Selmax to the shop. He should have swung with the Cell first. And then, because I think that Gohan's also activate battle, so he could just play it during the battle step, and then awaken, and then played this one from his drop to get the additional draw. Like I feel like he just missed out on a draw in there. Just kind of want to point it out.
I think this is his second time playing Selmax at the shop. I don't know if he's made like adjustments to the deck in between the 2 times playing it, but I do recall playing when I was playing Gogeta. I had a round against Austin where he was playing Selmax, and I was really afraid of his ability to just neg 40k off a battle card for just a few energy. Like Selmax does it exceedingly well, especially once they set up their omnidirectional beam turns.
Yeah. Now I will say, in order for him to do that, he just has to place 1 red battle card in his drop, and then that turn reduces the cost. So like he could swing of a card first, then use that activate main to pop it, and then just pay the 1 for omnidirectional beam and board wipe you.
Yeah,
potentially board wipe.
That is going to be my kind of counter strategy against this Selmax deck, is to try to keep it off of battle cards to the best of my ability. Vegito doesn't have a ton of removal. I think it has two of the Vegitos on play will warp something. I think one of them is cost 5 or less. One of them is cost 6 or less. But I just want to be able to remove and limit his battle area as much as possible. Unfortunately, there I valued the draw a little more than clearing out that SS3 Goku, which does set him up for an omnidirectional beam.
Yeah.
If he so chooses to go into it. And like, these decks kind of have the same problem where there aren't great floodgates for either deck. Like the best that Black has would be something like Protector of the People or maybe Oceania Shenron.
Yeah, I would say like Protector of the People is kind of your best option for red as well, technically, because like you got Topo, but Topo is so easily counterplayed.
Yeah, if you get counterplayed by, like, if Topo gets counterplayed, and Oceanus, I feel like kind of falls into the same role as Topo as well. If you spend 2 energy on those counterplays, and then you get countered on those, you just lost the game. Like, it's such a loss of momentum. Cell does also lose out on the fact that it doesn't draw on swing.
No, and that's where either establishing the self or underneath the laboratory, playing omnidirectional beam comes in handy because you'll get the draw off just doing that. And it may have been I can't remember exactly how One Hit Wonder works, but I think it's activate battle, like you pay 1 red energy, or it might be activate main from your drop set into the warp. So like it's one of those things where I feel like he could have comboed it off on the swing, but I guess you're trying to add pressure where he could. It's what's the best thing to do.
Yeah, I really feel like his hand probably bricked out here, and he wanted to save the cards that were in his hand for defensive plays. So this Gamma 1 and 2, when it comes in, is going to give big boosts to the leader to make the leader harder to hit for the duration of the turn.
Yeah, so the initial turn it comes in play, it's like a plus 10k. But then after that, it adds additional 5k, so it's like a pseudo super combo, which is great. Now, granted, it has to be a rare army card, which works great for Selmax.
Yeah. Like, so just as good as, a Sensu Beam in this case. Plus, it puts a body on the field for him. The real thing is that I haven't spent any of my energy yet. So I'm pretty easily going to be able to remove the Gamma 1 and 2 if I so choose to do it. Yeah, this is the Vegito that is, like, in my opinion, the star of the deck.
Just warping cards there.
Yeah, it warps a card when it comes into play. You get to swing, and then its auto is you pay 1, it gains 10,000, and then you restand it at the end of battle, and it's a double strike. So it starts as a 20,000. If I hadn't used the leader's auto or activate main, I could have given it an additional 5k boost. Stop it. And here I'm thinking about, do I want to spend that 1 energy to restand it? Knowing that I'm not going to play another battle card probably this turn. And I would just leave myself with 1 energy. Austin hasn't done a lot this game, and I'm really afraid of what's in his hand. So I have to weigh my options very carefully. And you see I've got the secret rare in my hand too, which will tap me out to play, but will protect me from anything outside of his 8-drop or secret rare.
And also, like, he did use a testing opposition, so if you were restand it, you're really just doing to get rid of that additional 5k combo that he could use during his turn.
Which is what I ended up doing. Another reason that I did that is I wanted a Goku and Vegeta target in my drop. Because next turn I'm planning on using the Trunks Z battle card under the Mai to play that Goku and Vegeta back out from the drop. Which was the main reason that I spent that energy there.
So here he's doing this. He does he... If correct, I'll pull it up real quick. In order to do that, you do have to discard a magenta. He may have missed out on that, unfortunately.
Yeah, if he missed that, it doesn't make a gigantic difference.
You discard 1 magenta SH card from your hand. Yeah. So is a misplay there. I'm trying to see if he has one, because I know he does play 4 of the negate ones, and I think he plays 2 or 3 of the other one as well. So he has them. But Petrification just puts that thing away. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that card becoming an issue. I was debating on holding the Petrification in case he played the 8-drop. But he didn't. So he did play Omnidirectional Beam this game.
Yeah. So you petrified it, which means he can't activate his own abilities, but he used the leader to... You know, he can't technically do that either, if correct, because Cellmax's odd activate main says place 1 of your red battle cards in your drop. Z battle cards don't go to the drop; they unfortunately disappear.
Yeah, that might be a rolling question that we would have to look into. As a cost, it may not have been able to do that.
Yeah, there are other cards I know. You have to send something to the drop to get its effect off, and in this case, in order to use Cellmax's ability, you do have to place a card into the drop area.
I will say, even having done that, it doesn't change the course of this match. The Vegitos that he removed from my side of the field had already done what I needed them to do.
Oh. The Vegitos aren't 30k, right?
The Vegitos are 20k.
Okay.
But my secret rare is 40k. That double strike Vegito, if I use his ability to bump him up to 30k, he can't swing a second time.
He keeps it for the turn.
Right.
Gotcha.
So it does have some limiting impact on what I'm able to do this turn. I think I even have another Cumber in my hand that'll give, it's the 8-drop Cumber that is a 30k that could be double strike dual attack or triple strike, depending on whatever you needed it to be. So it does slow down my progress this turn. I'm still of the mind that I think that Violent Ray should come back to being 20k. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but I don't think it's effective enough at 30k to require a discard as cost.
Yeah, I will agree with that one. I mean, yes, I know there's a lot more battle cards that they brought out that were 20k, and that's kind of why I felt like it was needed to do that, because just red was known as the aggro, board wiping with negging effect, but then it's like, but it has this really super good negate that just stops most decks in their track. But at the same time, blue has always been that very good, powerful defensive deck that recently has got a lot more aggressive capabilities added to it. So it's kind of like there's still a trade there. I do agree that Violent Ray should come back to what it was, but you know, it is what it is at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, so here he puts out another blocker negate, which sucks because now there's no point in me using the auto on that Vegito to restand it to give it the boost. If that attack had gone through, I would have used the auto to boost it up to a 35k double strike, hoping that he takes the 2 damage and leaving him at 1 life, locking him out of negates. So here I just have to bait him into using the blocker token. And then it's just a matter of deciding what I need to do to wrap the game up. Do I need to try to survive another turn? His hand is getting pretty thin. My hand is looking pretty healthy.
Yeah, it is.
And again, I'm under Violent Ray here. So if I weren't under Violent Ray, the game would be over.
You would probably be playing Secret Rare, you pop a life, swing with the Secret Rare afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, I would play the Secret Rare, no questions asked. Mm-hmm. But here I decided to go into the SS4 Goku that came out of set 22.
You could still go into the Secret Rare here, but you'd be tapping yourself out and then swing with the Goku.
The Goku's a double strike.
That's true. That's true. He is a double strike. That's right. Yep.
Yeah, you remove 10 cards from your drop and or warp from the game, and then he gains 10,000 double strike. So he's a 25,000 double strike.
Yeah, I always forget he's an 8 double strike. Yeah. Or yeah.
So he gets under Violent Ray, and then I'm able to just hand dump here. The only thing that, and there's nothing in his hand that I'm really worried about.
3?
Because I don't think that like the Realm of the Gods Ultra Instinct card, I don't think it negs 30 on opponent's turn. I think it's a plus 5k on opponent's turn. I know that Beerus or Frieza's Death Ball is only minus 10 or 15k. So with 1 energy open, he's not going to be able to kill and neg out this card.
Yeah. But giving it a 15k boost, and then he could potentially, I think, use Omnidirectional Beam as an activate battle speed. You have 4 more energy, you sell max with an energy cost of 8. No, it's just attacking. Never mind, it doesn't affect the leader. That's unfortunate. I was mixing it up with, I think, another leader, and there's Z battle card giving power boost. The Broly, I think, does it, or the Go Bros does it. But that is today's matchup. Hope you all enjoyed. Keep in mind, there's buttons down below. Please click them. Thanks. Bye.